Hello and welcome back to the channel. So we have got a very exciting delivery coming this afternoon. We are looking forward to seeing it. So it's coming over the whole way from Ireland. But first I am here on the second farm, so I have a few jobs to do over here. Bit of woodwork, feeding cattle, checking on cattle, and then I will go home and we will wait for Mark to arrive with the new delivery and we will show you it. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As always, if you do, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on our farm and lives here in France. So there are the two clocks. So a Hereford and a limousine bull. The limousine has still got a bit of work to do to them, and then obviously turn it into a clock. So that is the two clocks now done. Well, they're not done, but done for today. So I just have to go around. I'll show you some of the cattle while I just have to fork them in some hay and make sure that they're all happy and healthy. So we have a new delivery arriving. I'll get Dad to tell you all about it now.
So here we have a delivery from Ireland. It's
Calving gate.
a calving gate that you can put up yourself, or anyone can clamp onto a girder. I'll show you all that. I've seen the video of it. Seems to be a real elaborate thing altogether. It's very well made and very heavy. So I have to lift it down now, and we'll show you putting it together. But and there's a backing bar and all there for it. Yeah.
So it's from Bow Steel in Ireland.
So we were sent over a gate here from Ireland, from Bow Steel. They're on the west of Ireland, in Athenry, and they have an engineering place, and they do a lot of cattle handling equipment. So they have a website if you want to go into it as well. So we have a place for it. Now we have two calving gates, but they're not as long. The best about this one is, now it's not set up, is this is where you'd have your gate normally. Our gate is normally only this length. So you're trying to get in a cow, and if you have a difficult cow, well, it's dangerous. So it works from left to right. Now I'll be able to show it to you better when have it up. So then this is your gate here for when you want to do a section on the cow. And here then, when you have this gate open, it's hard to actually show you now the whole facts of it. So it'll do a section, or you have here when this piece is gone to suckle the calf. Now where I want to put it is, we often have an odd cow that the calf doesn't suck for a few days, or whether the cow has big tits or whatever. Now you'll get her into the calving gate, our calving gate, once or twice, but after that then it's a hard job, and then you're either using the cattle crush or whatever, and that's a bit of work as well. So this would work a dream for that, because you can have her in the same place and the gate is long and she can't go back. Now there's a backing bar there as well that can go onto this gate. Sometimes when you get a cow up, even though you might have a bucket of meal or whatever up there, her first reaction is to back. So if you have the gate in and the locking bar or the backing bar is here, well then she'll bounce off of that and go up, and there's a rope you can pull. Now I'll show you the head gate here. Now the head gate comes, this one now we have a got that it bolts onto a girder. I'll show you the brackets there in a minute. That gate there fits on here, it just bolts on afterwards. And then there's a rope that ties on here to pull this across, so you don't have to be up at the cow's head when you're trying to get her in. Now as well as that, if you have a big cow or a small little heifer, you can adjust this bar. That's a great idea. It's spring loaded, so you can put that in there, so you can catch a calf, or for me there now, I was just looking at her there yesterday, you could catch a bull. You could catch a bull, a young bull in that. Sometimes bulls don't like going up the chute, and my calving gates aren't strong enough. That's rhino proof in my book. I was looking at it there, and it's very well made. So even if you went off to get all the steel to make it or copy it, well, for the likes of me out here on the farm, to take a couple of days, and it wouldn't be galvanised. And the price of steel now, I don't think to be viable to be making these things yourselves nowadays. So it comes a complete kit, even the raw bolts for the wall, the chain to tie in the gate. Now I have to show you all this when I put it up. So this then, I'll show you that down in a second. This is the support for this gate here, like that, and you attach it to the wall, because when you're finished, when I show you when I have it up, when you're finished, the whole lot can be put flat by the wall or a gate, and it's not in your way. So that's good as well. So this goes here then. If you have on the floor, that goes in there like that. That goes there, and you can have it flush with the floor. So then if you're putting it out of the way, when you're finished, you can just drop that in there, and it's not going to fill up with dirt. So you can adjust any height you want. So then these come here for holding this gate, these come here to hold this onto the girder. So that's the bottom one. It has a bottom plate on it, so you can adjust it up any height you want, but you don't really want it too high, because if the cow goes down, you don't want to be blocking her airways. So they have thought of everything. So that goes there like that, and it clamps onto the girder, and this goes here. Now if you're bolting to a wall and you order it off, he can have this, that you have a flat plate. It's not onto a girder. So now you have lots of adjustment here, and it's easy, quick release, no bother. And that's where you tie on the rope, and it goes through here. So so far so good. I don't see anything wrong with it. and I like it that it's long, and where I'm going to put it now is probably a better idea for a cow that's not a calf not sucking or calving. So I'll show you where I'm going to put it, and I can't go near. Oh yeah, this is another thing here. This attached to the wall, so that's to support this when you have the big gate over it, and you can either put it that way or that way. And the two rowboats are there for it and all, so that supports this. But that's a heavy gate now. So that supports that when the gate is swinging around. Now if you go into his website, you'll see it all. But we'll be putting it up now shortly, and I'll show you. So I'll show you now where it's going to go. So this is where I'm going to put it, here. It's kind of a shed we have beside the crush. So I'm going to clamp it on here to the girders. So the head locking piece will be sticking out to here, right? And then the gate will go along. Go back. We'll have a post here. So, and a small gate here. I don't want to interfere with the crush. So it'll be a small place then. Another little pin for if I have a cow with a problem with a calf not sucking, though I don't have to bring them all around. So what I find is if I let a cow in this direction, right, because we have 3 pins along there, if I let her in here and I want to get her up through here, she'll always try to go back the way she came, so it's easy nabber if I swing the gate that way. Now if I want to, I can catch the cow either way if the locking bar is there, or like to lock one of these lads in, not a problem. So now as well as that then I do load cattle here, so the backing bar will come around, or the backing gate, and swing them up. That's what I use this gate for, so I can get rid of that gate now. So it's going to work very well here now, I think. And because sometimes when you let in a cow, she gets all excited into a certain place. Stop. And the whole bull. It's not a good job having a bull that quiet. But they get excited. So, what do you want this? Huh? You don't like sticks, you don't. So that's all I have to say on that. So when I see it, when it's set up, I'll have a cow and all hopefully and run through it. So when it's along here, then if the cow that I want to suck the calf will be out there, and I put the calf in here and bit of meal, she should lock her head in, and I have the gate and all. So it should work a lot handier. Now, I have 3 calving gates there myself, but they're short, as I said. But they're also the creep areas for calves. So then I find myself now, well, we're doing it for the last 10 years or more, that we're moving calves when you have a problem with a cow. So this should tie that up as well. You can never have enough of handling facilities for cows or calves, and I don't mind investing anything in handling facilities, because cows and calving cows and all like that is very dangerous. Now only there a few weeks ago I got a belt in the knee. It wasn't that bad, but it could have been worse. So if you get hurt around it, now as well as that, only there around Christmas, the Vits have sent out a letter to all farmers that if they haven't got the right gates for calving cows, it's €150 more. So that's something that might be a good timing now for bow steel as well. So we'll see, because you only get one chance. Even this lad here now, if he give you a poke, you'll be sore. And that's why I don't like them too quiet, because they come up and they're not bad, but he'll come along try to scratch off you, and he's like a ton of bricks. So we'll show you now when we're putting it up, and hopefully in action as well. We might get a cow into it. Okay.
So now Here's our Ford 4000 pre-force, finally done up. Well, not fully done up, but got all the little knickknacks that needed to be done and are finished. So you can see, I'll just do a quick walk around here now for you. Now there's 7,000 hours in this engine. As you can see, it's the X-block engine, which would be the reinforced block. That's she wouldn't be original, but it would be what they put in to kind of prevent them going porous. As you can see, the panels are all very nice and straight. Original paint has never been tampered with or anything like that. All the original panels in around underneath the dash. Okay, that's a new replacement seat. I actually have the original one if anyone wanted it. So tyres all around. Now that's the only thing, I've left the original tyres on it. So whether a lad wanted to change them or leave them the way they are, he has the option. As you can see, I have all the lights, marker lights there. They're all working as well. I'll put them on in a minute for you. Come around the back now. See, all lift and PTO and everything is all working fine. Come around, the sunlight might impair the vision a bit. So all the fenders are not a thing wrong with them. They're very nice and straight and solid. So what we've done since I got it now was that PTO handle there was missing. It's sheared off actually halfway in the middle of the housing, of the centre housing there. I don't know if a lad kind of got up and stepped on the lever and just broke it clean off or what, but we kind of lifted off the top cover, replaced all that, cleaned all the inside, new oil inside. So that's all working fine now. And then the steering box is another thing. It's all obviously covered up now, but we've rebuilt the gearbox so she's steering nice and tight now. New dynamo on her. There's a new starter as well actually, and we've done all the spindle bearings as well and seals, and got all the lights working as well. So you can see the only thing that's missing is this lens for the far side. Now I actually have a lad in France that has them, but just trying to get one is the thing. So yeah, a lovely nice little tractor for someone to kind of either bring her to a full restoration or just to have for a collection, or even a do-upper, or even just for bringing on road runs or whatever. Should be ideal. Obviously there's fewer and fewer of these in this state around now anymore. So we'll just start her up now and you can see her going around for a bit. Now, as you can see, let you hear it running a small bit better. Now the PTO is constantly turning alright, but that will stop when you put a plank of wood to it, so there's no problems there. Yeah, one thing I forgot to mention is there's a foot throttle. You can see, well, charge, all lights are working there on it. Now I did put a new dash on it because the other one was all cracked and kind of not in good condition at all, so I replaced that as well. And there was one other thing. Oh yeah, well, it was only minor, but I had to kind of find, because when I got it first, the lad who had it last had all these kind of, he had homemade pipes and all made up to, and it was leaking everywhere. So of them kind of, I found original ones above in Neil's Vintage Tractor Parts, above in Northern Ireland. They're, anyone looking for any vintage Ford parts or for Massey's or anything like that, they're very, very good. Highly recommended. So yeah, so selling her now at 6,100, including the VAT, or 5,000 plus VAT, whichever way you want to see it. See, nice original straight toolbox there. So yeah, so she's a very nice straight tractor, and hopefully we'll find a nice home for her now. Well, and that should be saying with me until, I don't mind keeping it. Jeez, she's a nice addition to me now here. So for anyone who wants to see it, Laura will leave my contact details below and you can contact me through that. Okay, thanks.
So that's that for this week's episode. Tomorrow morning I am bringing my Solaires to Mart. So stay tuned for Wednesday's video where you'll see whether or not I sell them tomorrow or keep them on a bit longer, and if I do sell them, see what price I get. So thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.